All right, everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Take 10, where I get to interview my buddies, my pals, my friends. This week, we got Zach Richards, or formerly known as Zachary Cards, on Team Final Round. We were putting a medal on Obama's neck by Obama this week. It's great.
It's all fun around all the way down.
Yep, all the way. Tam's going to be on here. We're going to get the entire team. We'll get Josh whenever Jacob is free, from whatever he's doing, whatever. But anywho, yeah. So what we do is I have 10 or so questions I ask my friends about them personally, so you, the community, to get to know them, why they like the game, what about them, and a little bit of personal tidbits sprinkled throughout. So, Zach, icebreaker question. What's the last
Yeah.
thing you ate today?
I had Zaxby's like 10 minutes before we jumped on.
Okay. What is that?
It's like Raising Cane's. It's a
Ah,
fried chicken
okay.
joint.
There you go. Raisin Canes. We just got our first Raisin Canes locally, so yeah. So interesting.
Zaxby's is better than Raising Cane's, and
Okay.
I will fight every
Okay.
suitor who
So
tells me
now,
otherwise.
now is it the chicken is better or is it the sauce is better? Because I know they say Raisin Cane's chicken is mid, but their sauce is fire.
I don't like Raising Cane's sauce or chicken
Okay.
or bread.
Oh. Okay.
Uh,
All right. Because I
Now
like
there
I
there
like
is
Chick-fil-A, so that's just me.
well, that's a different class of chicken.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
there is another chicken finger joint. It's like I think South Regional ish
Okay.
called Huey Magoo's.
That sounds
Um,
amazing, just because of the name.
yeah, they have their chicken is a little higher quality, and
Okay.
so they're better. But they are 15 minutes from my house, and the
Okay.
Zaxby's is basically in my neighborhood.
Hey, what's up, Josh? Hey, Josh, got a quick question for you. What is it we were trying to find out? Are there any pack bound and
Guilty Gear
guilty gear?
more.
Do we have pack bounds? We need to know. Are any of them pack bounds? Because I would kind of say that Testaments may be a pack bound, but I don't know much about the lore. You know more lore than us. Report in chat. We're going to continue. So if you had to tier your chicken finger joints, how does the tier list go?
Chicken finger joints or chicken joints?
Chicken joints. Let's just say chicken joints. Your
Chick Fil
chain.
A, not close.
Okay, Chick-fil-A's one. you you.
Zaxby or
Okay, yeah,
overall probably Zaxby's,
yeah.
and then like regionally Huey Magoo's,
Okay,
but and then Kickin' Chicken is like
never
a
heard of it. Yeah.
it's closer to like a Wild Wing Cafe or Buffalo
Oh,
Wild
sure.
Wings,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
more shittier.
Yeah.
I guess like Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff is up there too,
Okay.
and I really like Buffalo Wild Wings,
Yeah.
but they have been hit by the chicken tariffs.
Oh no way!
Chicken,
Really?
chicken tax. Their
Zappa
food is
would
like it's
be
like
the closest.
$50 to go,
How much?
like $50 after like a adult beverage,
Yeah.
some wings, a side of fries, tip.
That's wild, then, man. You want
Yeah,
to like we have a thing. Like, I don't know if it's a Chicagoland thing. It's called Church's Chicken. I think it's like a Chicago thing, maybe.
it's not. We have
Okay,
churches.
cool. We just got one in Rockford, and I kind of want to try it because I heard it's kind of good. I don't know if it's any. I don't know if it is or not. So.
Churches in the South has a reputation.
Oh no. Is it like Waffle House reputation?
Um, Worse than that.
Oh no. Oh no. It's wild.
You don't eat at the church's chicken in the
Oh
South.
wow. Okay then. Because people actually eat at the Waffle Houses in the South. They don't like
Yeah,
it's a thing.
Waffle House is legit. We'll
Yeah.
go to Waffle House sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm never going to a church's chicken.
Okay. A quick.
I'll go to a Popeyes chicken before I go to churches.
Oh boy, and I don't like Popeye's chicken. That's bad. Oh, gross.
Not good.
That's not good at all. So one quick a sidebar. I forgot that at our AOT3 set review. Check that out on the channel. It was Star Wars Day, and I did not say anything about your Star Wars poster in the back. We didn't say anything about it being Star Wars Day. That was a bummer,
That
man.
one?
Yeah, yeah, it was a bummer. I totally forgot about it. I was like, I realized this as I was editing it. I was just like, Testament is closest for Strive characters. Okay, cool. So maybe Testament is pack bound. Maybe. Okay. No, I should have said something like "May the Fourth be with you" as we signed off or whatever. But man, I dropped the ball on that one. Chat, I'm sorry, man.
I have a lot of. So my room is like pretty eclectic, but I
Yeah.
have Ahsoka's lightsabers
Hell
here.
yeah.
Um, I've got a custom. I got my custom one from Disney.
They're currently filming season 2 right now of that show.
Yeah. I had a like a High Republic type
Oh,
hilt for
that's
my
super
custom
cool.
one.
We like that one. That one's
Yeah,
dope. You,
big Star Wars fan,
hell yeah.
or at least like
Yeah. It's okay.
the extended Star Wars universe.
Yeah, yeah. You mean not? I mean, it's not for everybody, right? Like, not everything is made for everybody. So But anywho, all right. Question 1: how'd you get into UVS? What got your interest in the game, and what kept you here?
Oh man. So it's a little weird. So I was a Magic grinder for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
like a Star City circuit type grinder,
Okay.
and just kind of got burned out on that. And then, obviously, I've been going to Final Round to play Magic for years. Got a lot of friends. Went in one day, and Paul Casagrande, our teammate, Chris
Yeah.
Miner, our teammate,
Yeah.
Jacob, our teammate, and Harley, my roommate,
Mm-hmm.
um, were all at the shop playing cards, and they were like, "Hey, you should check out this game."
Mm-hmm.
They did a demo of it. Seemed pretty cool. Had a lot of IPs. Like not a huge Street Fighter or like fighting game fan,
Yeah.
but I like Street Fighter. I like Mortal Kombat. I like Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Those are all cool properties.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they showed me some of the decks. They pitched like, "Hey, there's playable commons and uncommons. Your decks are fairly cheap."
Mm-hmm.
And I think I bought the Boulder Barrage Genbu pre-errata Nightmare deck on the spot. I was just like, Jacob, like, Chris, give me a list. Jacob, give me the cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was back in like there was no Reddit. Like
Yeah.
UFS Ultra existed, but
Mhm.
the list came from like a forum or something.
Oh
It
yeah, I
was
remember those. I remember the forum posts. Yeah, dude,
um,
I remember those. Yeah.
yeah. So that got me into the game, and then we all played together a lot until around COVID, and then
Yeah.
I kind of stopped. Just fell off the interest radar. Not, I wasn't really playing card games at all for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when My Hero came out, I hadn't even watched My Hero,
Mhm.
but my roommate Harley was getting into it. Jacob was obviously a big fan of the game,
Yeah.
so went to the pre-release for MHA, midnight pre-release for MHA one.
Wow.
Had not read a character,
Okay.
no clue what they did.
Yeah.
Read them all like on the spot there. Decided, oh, Shigaraki does not look fair. I should play that. And I think I got second. I think I lost to Osei playing Nomu.
Oh, sure.
Um,
Yeah. No move's a thing.
In like my first game back in 2-3 years or whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's kind of the history. I mean, ultimately, like the game has really deep, rewarding play cycles and play patterns. And then a lot of the IPs are cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, number 2, your favorite symbol in the game. What is it?
I think I'm obligated to say the evil symbol, because
It's not in the contract,
it is
man.
the only.
It's not in the contract.
It's the only symbol I've topped with.
Oh,
Right? I topped,
okay, sure.
top 16 Nats with Evil Mineta.
Yeah.
Top 16 Worlds with Evil Overhaul. Top 8 St. Louis with Evil Ghidorah.
Oh wow. Yeah, you are. That symbol doesn't exist right now. How are you living right now?
We played a lot of Ymir.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
I think I'm also a pretty big Order symbol gamer, though.
Okay.
I really like a lot of what the Order symbol has going on
Mhm.
in the past and in the present.
Yeah.
Most everybody who's like interacted with me knows that I follow the Church of Corey Nelson, and we play prison decks. And Order is like generally pretty good at
Yeah.
being like a prison style resource denial deck.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know. I don't. You're not super familiar with Magic the Gathering,
Uh-uh.
but back when I was a Magic grinder, there was a deck called Lantern Control.
I've heard of
That
that. You've talked about like that generic term, but yeah.
yeah. So for you, quickly for you in the audience who doesn't know, Lantern Control was a deck that basically played a card that said both players play with the top card of their deck revealed. It played a suite of like 6 to 8 cards that said effectively commit one or both players mill the top card of their deck. And then it played a lock piece that said you can't be attacked by creatures with power greater than the number of cards in your hand.
Okay.
So you would play every card in your hand, have 0 cards in hand the entire game,
Okay.
and then you couldn't be attacked by anything with 1 power or greater. Notably, you have to take damage to lose.
Yeah.
And then you would just look at the top of your opponent's deck and be like, "That's a good one, mill it," or "That's a land, have it."
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the entire game, and you would like slowly just strangle your opponent's ability to win the game out
Out
of
of.
them.
Okay. Okay. So it's kind of like the Corey's like recovery girl in a way. Like,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Corey put a lot more time into that deck than I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but that's the kind of deck. That's like the archetype I like to play
Okay.
everywhere.
So that's why,
So
like, when we were talking about the peak deck, you were like, I'm thinking at like the fair level, and you're thinking at the
yeah,
degen level down here, and I'm just like, but I don't like playing the game like a degen. I like playing the game fair. Maybe I'd win more events or top more if I played like down here with you degens, you know? So,
yeah. What if we just gave every move like -8
I
damage?
mean, I'm cool with that. I like that. That's neat. But I also like blocking, which sucks, because like I love that mini game in our game. So, but.
Nah, then I don't get to play. If I block, I have to hold cards. No, we play them all.
That's fair. No,
Or, or we
you
only hold attacks and we
yeah.
refuse to block with them so we can attack them next turn.
I mean, you could hold your filled with doubt. You could hold that card. You hold that one at least, right? Like,
Okay, well, that one wasn't in the deck when I
yeah,
played it
yeah, but
Sunday. So,
sure, but like when it goes into the deck, we can hold that one and then use
yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Then we
yeah,
don't have to block anything anymore. Yeah, that's very true.
yeah,
Because like
yeah.
I'm like I forgot that card existed, and then we were playing against all those Falling Titan decks, like, and I was just getting like
Uh-huh.
I was getting blasted by them all, and I'm like, man, I need something to deal with this. And I'm like, oh wait, that card exists. I forget, right? Oh God.
Oh, it.
Chat's. Oh God, is Zach threatening prison peak? Yes, he's threatening the PP. That is for sure. He's threatening the PP chat. Yes.
The Filled with Doubt happened to me last Monday on Josh and I's
Oh
stream
yeah.
pre-release game.
Okay. Okay.
I played the Rumbling, the 11
Oh,
diff.
yeah, that's right. He did that. I saw that. Yeah. Yep.
Hacked the 3, slammed my whole stage
Yep.
sideways, and my man said, "Feel it." And I was like, "That is rude."
But that's a cool
Why?
thing to do. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. All right. So my favorite question of the top 10. I think I know the answer for this, just because not because
You,
of certain things. I just know in general. I think I know this answer. Marvel or DC, and why?
it's Marvel,
Yeah.
and it's. I would say it's not close, but it probably is closer than it would appear to be.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm 36. I was born in '89, which means X-Men 93, 92, 93,
Yeah.
whatever,
Mhm.
was on air while I was an actual child growing up.
Yeah.
I grew up with the X-Men animated series, the Spider-Man animated series. Um, there was a Fantastic Four one. There was an Iron Man one.
Yep.
There were a lot of peak Saturday morning cartoons.
Mhm.
DC had some. Obviously, Batman the animated series is like goated status,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
there's some Superman ones. There's some Justice League ones.
Marvin, has Zach decided to make good life decisions yet and playing Albuquerque? He spelled Albuquerque right. I think. Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
Albuquerque.
I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know how to spell Albuquerque either. But yeah. But anywho, yeah.
But
Oh, okay. Let's see it. You got the binder?
I
Oh, hell
think
yeah.
I think I might be the world's largest owner of Marvel Overpower cards.
Hell yeah. I have DC ones.
Um, yeah. So we got Alpha Flight, Angel, Archangel. We got some
They had
Apocalypse.
like
This is DC. That's
everybody.
Aquaman. We're gonna skip that guy.
Oh man, poor
Uh,
Aquaman.
Back here, you've got some. Oh, that's DC. Booster Gold sucks.
Ah, there's that.
Um, Old Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
Captain
We've got
Marvel. Yeah.
Marvel Captain Marvel.
Hell yeah. We love
So
props.
yeah, it's Marvel.
Yeah.
And it's specifically like Cyclops,
Mm.
Captain Marvel, Carol
Yeah,
Danvers,
Carol
Captain
Danvers.
Marvel,
Yeah, yeah.
Magneto.
Excuse me, Booster Gold sucks. Um, kinda. Sorry, but yeah,
He
he
does.
does.
DC would probably get a lot more favor in my mind if more of their stuff was like Black Label.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
Black Label stuff. Oh, we dare. The Black Label stuff was really good. Yeah, that stuff was super good.
yeah, I really enjoy a lot of their Elseworld stories,
Mhm.
their Black Label stuff, all of that kind of thing. But
Yeah,
their mainline universe like doesn't do it for me for the most part.
sure,
Um,
sure.
so, buddy, my address is like fairly public. You don't have to look that hard to find me.
Eventually is the key. Hey, Wordful.
So yeah, I think it's got to be a Marvel angle.
Yeah.
I'm not like Andrew having a whole X-Men sleeve
Or me having a Teen
kind of
Titans
fan.
sleeve. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no tattoos,
Yeah.
so
Good. How are you?
but yeah, I get there's a lot of Marvel paraphernalia
Yeah.
around here. You can see some of it around the room. There's some posters like over behind the computer that you can't see.
Okay.
A lot of statues, stuff like that.
I know that in when we were at Worlds, what was that? Was that Crisis? That wasn't Crisis Protocol, was it? What was that X-Men game? You had like a bunch of boxes. It was
Oh, Dice Throne.
Dice Throne. I want to play that next time we get together. So Louisville, bring it with if you can, and I want to play it. So
I should be able to do that.
hell yeah, because
We gotta have a better table set up because the game's a little messy.
okay, okay, but still though, I want to play it because it has some really cool characters
Yeah.
in it. We did play a little bit of it because I was Psylocke and I had no idea what the fuck I was doing the entire time.
Yeah,
But I want to.
you were struggling on Psylocke
I was
pretty
struggling,
hard.
yeah. So I need to get a different character who's easier. So yeah,
All of those characters are kind of hard. I'll bring the base game
yeah, do
next
that.
time.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Because some of them are like they have Captain Marvel and Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange and Miles and some easier characters.
Yeah, Psylocke's and Dice Throne. Yes. Uh huh. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, 'cause I really want. Yeah, and then okay. So that's okay. That's not too bad. You said it was closer than it probably realized. So yeah, I'm good.
I really hate Superman. Truthfully,
That's so
If-
weird. How can you hate Superman? I don't get it,
If
man.
Superman didn't exist in DC, it might be really close.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Wow. So you're not gonna go see the movie this summer?
No, I will.
Okay, that's cool. That's good. All right. Number 4, because I know we're in a time crunch because you're streaming right after this.
Yeah.
Favorite IP in the game?
Right now, it's got to be Critical Role because I asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Once TMNT comes out,
Yeah.
that has like a real childhood nostalgia, deep-seated lore in my stomach. But it may be a really hard conversation about what's my favorite IP in 3 months. But
Yeah.
right now, it's Critical Role,
Mhm.
and it's not close, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can understand that. Yeah. What is it? Speaking of Critical Role, today's episode they released on YouTube was the Chicago live show that I missed. So I get to watch that now. So I'm super excited. So he's probably
I
seen Super
started
Cool.
watching it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I started watching it, and they were 40 minutes into the YouTube video and had not started playing the game yet.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh.
So then I turned it off and started watching a Hank Green video on the colossal DNA manipulation stuff.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you like science?
Sure. I'm down.
I'm not going to explain it because we got time.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
have that much
Yeah.
time. But
That's fine.
there's a U.S. genetics company
Okay.
that is working on a lot of genetic manipulation projects.
Hmm.
One of them, they spliced ancient direwolf DNA onto a gray wolf.
Oh, is this the thing that actually
Um,
I saw something on Reddit about this, I think.
yeah, they de-extincted the direwolf, but not really because it's
Yeah.
not really a direwolf. It's a
Yeah.
gray wolf spliced with other DNA.
Hmm.
But they're using their technology to prevent the extinction of the American red wolf,
Oh, cool.
which into like the 80s had no um what's the word, wild population.
Sure.
The only population was captive.
Okay, okay, okay.
um and there were only like 12 of them or something even today,
Okay.
and so the breeding population of those is very, very small, and
Hmm.
you don't get genetic diversity that way. You lose a lot of DNA.
Yeah.
So they're working on capturing red wolf DNA that exists in the wild in other species and using that to resuscitate the red
Oh,
wolf
that's very
genome.
interesting. Uh, KO Buddy in chat said we really did hit the gold with IPs this year. Yeah, I think so. I think this is probably the best year for IPs we've had. I'd say ever. Like mainstream IPs. And then Hammer goes, "Oh yes, the first step towards Jurassic Park." I'm down as long as they don't eat me. I'm cool. I'm down for Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. Even
One
though,
of the
yep.
things they one of the things they floated doing is recreating the woolly mammoth,
Okay.
to which everyone is like, "That's a bad idea. They don't
Yeah.
have a habitat. They
Yeah.
can't survive."
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. In the
Yep.
the classic phrasing of Jurassic
Yeah,
Park,
and
yeah,
Jeff Goldblum's. Yep. All right.
yeah.
Number 5. What is your favorite mechanic and why?
It's Breaker.
Okay.
Um, because we don't like our opponents playing the game.
How did I know that?
Josh and I, No Block King in chat, Josh and I, in the set 5 meta,
Hmm.
actually made like a Brady Bunch. Josh made it. I didn't do shit. Um, like a Brady Bunch graphic that was like Moneta, Overhaul, like every evil symbol character,
Hmm.
Chronostasis, and it was just the Breaker Bunch.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
'Cause that was all we were playing. The minute that Barrier Shield got released,
Yeah.
it was just all Barrier Shield decks all the way down. No one got to hit anybody at locals for like 3 months.
That sounds that sounds kind of crazy because you can also get to play Chronostasis trigger, so you can breaker 4 people, and that just says you don't
Yeah.
get to do anything. But there are crazy people who will just play right through it. There are crazy
Well,
people.
and then May 2 came out, the one
Yeah.
that ups breaker ratings, and you
Yeah.
got to breaker 7 people.
Hmm.
Um, A plus. I love breaker in Charleston. If
You
you want
guys
to
are
play your cards, don't come to Charleston because we're a breaker in all of
you
them.
guys are wild. You're wild and Breaker Punch mentioned. Yeah, we need that static. We need the picture. We need that picture. I can use that for the thumbnail, the Breaker Punch. I could do that.
Josh has it.
Hell yeah.
It's floating out in Discord chat somewhere. I'm sure you can find it.
Awesome. Number 6. We just recent. This is just kind of a recent topic. We just had our monthly ban and errata list. But number 6. Do you think the monthly ban and errata list is doing its job properly?
I think this question is really subjective to what you think properly means.
I mean, okay, so I just tacked
I
properly on,
I'm
but yeah,
I'm going to answer it from my
go
perspective
for
because
it.
I'm the one
Yeah,
answering the questions, right?
yeah, your POV.
I think the answer is objectively yes.
Okay, okay.
They said we want to give you a standardized time and date that we're going to do bans and erratas.
Hmm.
They've missed it twice
Yeah,
since they started doing that.
yeah,
And it's only been like a year or whatever. So missing 2 out of 8 or 2 out of 12 is not the best.
yeah,
But they missed it by like a day or a week or whatever. It's not
yeah,
the end of the
for
world.
sure, for sure.
Something like a third of them have had no bans, which is also fine.
Hmm.
They're committed to putting out the article even if there's nothing.
Mm.
So, if doing its job means giving us a dedicated time and place that the bans and erratas are going to happen,
Hmm.
unequivocally, yes.
Okay.
I don't think you can question that.
Yeah.
you can't have a debate about whether they are doing enough
Yeah.
bans and or unbans. Um, to which, at various points, I would have said yes. At various points, I would have said no.
Sure.
There was those several months where I was in the please nuke the format camp. Like
Yeah.
I'm having zero fun. Please stop. Get rid of 20 cards.
Mhm.
Um, we've had a rotation, a couple of sets since then. The format is in a pretty healthy
Yeah.
place. Um, I think I personally would like to see them be slightly more aggressive, both with bans and unbans.
Okay.
Um, but I think from a perspective of the job it's intended to do, I
Mhm.
think it's unquestionably yes.
What? Okay, so you said bans and unbans. What do you think can be unbanned currently?
I think right now probably nothing.
Okay.
Um, I think we probably could have unerrated Kirishima 2
Okay.
at some point before he rotated.
Sure.
Um, I'd have to go look at the exact ban list right now, but yeah, I suspect right this moment it's probably nothing.
Okay. Sure.
Um,
Sure.
but in the past, I don't think that was necessarily true.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I know there's a lot of people. There are a small subsection of people in the main court asking for like to unerrata Ryuku 1, and I'm saying no. I don't want unerrated character. I don't want things to like unerrata just because you banned VME. Or do you think like was that is that someone you would let come back like at full power, or is she still going to be younger? Is probably fine. Yeah, I could probably see him being okay, but um,
I could see a world where if you're willing to be more aggressive,
mhm.
that you could unban Ryuku and younger,
Okay.
unerrata them.
Yeah, unerrata them.
Now
Yeah.
that means you also have to be aggressive with rebanning them if it's a problem.
Correct.
You don't
Yeah.
get to wait 3 more months to be like, actually,
Yeah.
JK,
Yeah.
you unerrata them. You give it 6 weeks,
Yeah.
and if it's going crazy, it's gone,
Yeah.
and it's never coming back. We revert it back to the old errata,
Mhm.
and it's gonna stay there until it rotates.
Do you think
Um,
do you think like previous bans and erratas were slower to come out because of how many like the frequency of events? Like we didn't have an event every month like we do this season for the most part, right?
I think there's probably a lot that goes into ban and errata discussions. Event data is one of the largest things. They've been transparent with us that they take
Yeah.
into account,
Yep.
but we know that they take into account other stuff, right? We
Mhm.
we got the Reiner and Mikasa pre-event erratas.
Yeah.
Um, we've gotten a few other things that are like more emotionally driven, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
The Smiling Titan, for instance, like wasn't going super crazy. There
Yeah.
was the one event Atlanta, I think,
Yeah, there were
um,
yeah.
where where it was really popular, but it
Mhm.
didn't convert super well. It didn't win the event.
Yeah.
It hit top four, I think,
I got
and maybe a
finals.
second one in top
It
eight.
got it got
Was
fine.
it
It was
finals?
finals. Andrew Porat lost to Kevin in finals, playing Irwin. Yeah,
So there were two then.
yeah,
One made finals, one made top four because
yeah,
Justin also made it,
yeah.
right?
They've. I don't know if they weren't the
Evan beat
mirror.
double smiling.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, Kevin beat double smiling. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So but I think that one was probably just a little more emotional, locals level experience
Mhm.
type of band rather than format oppression type of band.
Sure, sure.
Um, so I think velocity of events certainly has something to do with it, but I
Mhm.
don't think that's the only decision.
Yeah,
Um, I think if there's a large community sentiment that something is not fun, that it will go away.
yeah.
Um, I have a suspicion that Unyielding Destruction and possibly Nine Titans are on
The
like
watch
an
list. Watch
early,
list.
like early watch list, right?
Yeah.
The set doesn't come out for 4 more days. People are just starting to explore the format.
Yeah.
We should not be calling for bans or
I
erratas.
mean, we can ban
But if
Pony right
you,
now though, so we can get rid of Pony. We can just get rid of Pony.
oh, true,
Yeah.
we actually we can nuke that character from orbit.
Yeah, we can nuke
Holy
that.
shit!
Yeah, we can nuke that character from orbit completely. Yeah. Yep.
Um, that was the only loss I had in the Jacksonville LC I went to.
Yeah.
A pony just dealt. Well, who was I playing?
You're playing Ymir, right?
In a near, yeah. They dealt my entire life total through 2 blocks and me gating. I think in total they dealt 40 damage on turn 2 or
Yeah.
3
Yeah. The characters.
by playing
Yeah.
actually 17 attacks.
Yeah.
Um, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. That character's fucked up. Yep. But yeah. But we're not here to discuss bans and erratas completely because we have more show to go on. Number 7. If you could have one IP brought into the game, what would it be? It's already here. Who's writing these questions, man? Like seriously, who's writing these questions? Like, would you? Okay, so let me amend it. Since you have your number one property, and you will be getting another number one property, outside of if there is there a third number one property you would want in the game because you're getting critical, you have critical role already, and you have turtles. We talked about this in pregame. So, is there a third IP you'd like to see? Let's go with number 3. Let's go to number 3 now.
I have a long list of IPs
Oh,
I would like to
sure.
see,
Okay.
Chris.
Okay. Fair. All right then.
I'm not an IP gamer, but
Yeah.
boy, you can sucker me into buying a lot of alt arts
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
cool IPs.
For sure.
I think high in the sky, unrealistic is Marvel property stuff.
Yeah. Of course.
More realistic side things, I think some adaptation of Super Sentai or Power Rangers
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of out there, non-standard answer in more in like the Godzilla vein of like, what?
Yeah.
Who had Godzilla on their radar?
Yeah.
Mass Effect, the video game series.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of people like that game, that series. I've never played them because I'm not an Xbox gamer. So, yeah.
Okay, well, they're on PC, so
Oh, I'm not a
you know.
PC
Oh,
gamer.
you don't have a PC either.
No, I don't have a PC either, man.
Yeah. That series is, I think, pretty interesting from like our games perspective
Okay.
because there's a lot of dedicated character.
Yeah.
They have abilities that do stuff. You cannot write like a more perfect
Okay.
hit type scenario
Yeah.
than an RPG where your characters have defined abilities that you level up throughout the game.
So like something like Baldur's Gate then would like fit our, or is that just too? Is that like an RPG-esque thing where you get abilities and stuff like that? So yeah.
I mean, that's Critical Role's a Dungeons and Dragons game,
Yeah.
and Baldur's Gate's a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was. Yeah.
You would adapt Baldur's Gate the same exact way we've adapted Critical Role, right?
Yeah. True. So
and Mass Effect
Yeah.
in that vein, fairly similar.
Okay.
The systems themselves are different. It's not a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah.
It is an RPG where you level up and gain abilities. And
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a first-person shooter. That's all I thought it was. So I've never played
it's
it.
a third-person shooter role-playing game.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mass Effect 1, I don't know, does BioWare RPG mean anything
I know
to you?
what BioWare is. Yes, I know what BioWare is. Yeah. Yeah.
So Mass Effect 1 is a very like early 2000s BioWare RPG
Okay.
in the realm of Knights of the Old Republic
Yeah.
and
That's how I know BioWare.
that sort of thing.
Yeah. Knights of the Republic is one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah.
Yep. Mass Effect 2 and 3 are probably a little closer to like Tomb Raider. Not quite that. It's like an RPG, but it's more linear level design. Do some missions, level up your characters, have cool abilities.
Okay.
Rather than this like open world Skyrim-esque Knights of the Old Republic-esque gameplay loop.
Yeah.
That Mass Effect 1 is. But
Okay.
yeah, Marvin, top 3 game for me.
Crazy.
Like, Mass Effect is
nice.
very, very good.
Yeah, I've never played any of them. Yeah, but I know people will love them. He's looking.
You can't see it,
Okay.
but like up there is every BioWare releases statues.
Okay.
Actually, I can turn the camera like just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
So the big orange thing that you can see up there is the Omni Blade, and then next to that is the Phoenix.
Okay.
But then also every
The Phoenix.
all the statues released.
Just say, wait, Jean Grey Phoenix? Like as in Dark Phoenix or Phoenix?
It is Dark Phoenix.
Nah, hell
but,
yeah. Hell yeah. We should have ranked. We should have just ranked all the X-Men right now. We should have, but we don't have time for that.
Next time.
Next time, right? Question 8. You get your choice of 2 players, can be current or retired, to pick for a team's event. Who are they and why?
Oh man, this is tough
Mm-hmm. It's a very hard one.
because the default answer is picked by team.
Yeah, of
Right?
course.
We're
Yes.
active players that play on teams,
Yes.
but
Correct. Yes.
I I really like Kevin Broberg's
Yeah.
and Tim Keefe's approach to how they play and think about the game.
Yeah.
So teaming up with them would be really fun. Jeremy Ray and Shane
Yeah.
from Days of Yore
Days of Yore. Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
like they haven't been active players since I started playing the game.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to play with them.
Mhm.
So that would probably be my answer.
Yeah.
Because that's not a thing I'm gonna get to do, and I
Yeah.
could go team with Kevin and Tim
Yeah.
at Louisville or whatever if
Yeah.
if we all scrum out and I wanted
Yeah.
to ask them.
You just know that to you never team with Justin Birch and then hand him a deck he's never played before, because
It was so tilted.
he has
Holy
lethal
shit.
2 ways and completely misses it.
It was 3, maybe 4.
Oh my god.
It
It was so bad.
he had that game in the bag.
Yeah. He can only play 4 check attacks. We know this, okay? He can only play 4 check moves. He can only count on 4s. That's all he can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Teams is one of the greatest formats that they don't. I mean, like they push it as side events, but I really just want a dedicated circuit for Teams. But I don't know how we actually get that to fruition in the current state. Like they would need more overhead, more staff, more just
You need more players.
more players. Yeah, but like I think like man to see like a 100 team thing, like it's 300 people, right? Like to see 300 people playing on Teams would be just the wildest thing in my eyes, right? Like that's what they probably want.
My only gripe with teams, because I'm a former Magic grinder, right, is I think we should be able to talk to our teammates.
Oh sure, and that kind of
You should be beholden to the same slow play rules that you're beholden to in a 1v1.
Yes.
But I should be able to look at Justin and go, hey man, this is your line, do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't have to play it for you, but I go, hey, play card 1, play card 2. When they respond with this, respond with that.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you're going to win this game.
Yeah. So
Instead of, like,
sit there and watch. Yeah.
yeah, watch him fumble the bag.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I know at Worlds, Sean implemented the Rochester token thing where you each have a token every round and you can use that to be like, hey, you can ask your people one question. I think that's a good step to start that conversation to see like, let's try this out before we go full on coaching, right? I think that's just probably the best way to do it.
It doesn't have to be coaching, but because I think if you're actively coaching, you're probably not playing within the slow play rules.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Or like regulations that exist for a 1v1. Right?
Yeah, very true.
But if I'm done with my game,
mm-hmm.
I should be able to hang out next to my teammate and be like, "Hey, it's that one."
Yeah.
Like, go for this one.
Yeah, play that. Yeah, exactly.
I have the read on your opponent because I've been watching him instead of watching your board state.
Yeah.
I don't think he has it. Play this.
Yeah. Yep. And I think that would be super cool. I would like to have champ assets back. I know they're in the process of making some because of past champs, but we want more. We want more cardboard events. I just like cardboard events. It's much more fun. They're so much fun having your friends on cardboard. It just is. Yeah. So
I wouldn't know.
You got friends. You have friends who are on cardboard. You know Tim Keefe. You know Kevin Broberg.
Sure, but like
they're your pals.
Final round needs
well, technically, we do have a cardboard. We have Nick. So we have Nick.
We need a team final round cardboard.
Yes.
That's what I'm
we need a team final round asset. Yes, we do. Yes, very true.
We need Jacob's ADHD, the asset.
It's just blank because that's what happens sometimes. He just forgets.
No, it's like that old check card. We have to go to the website and it gives you.
Oh yeah, the purple card. Hell yeah, we like that. Yeah, I missed the purple card. So we got 2 more questions left. Number 9. What's your current favorite deck right now? It could be an AOT3 deck too. It's fine.
I haven't played with the AOT3 decks enough to say
Yeah.
they're my favorite deck.
Sure.
I think Tyrion is my favorite deck, truthfully.
Okay.
I've played a lot of Emir recently also,
Mhm.
but Tyrion's gameplay loop
Mhm.
of being a chain blocking prison deck that turns the corner and kills you,
Yeah.
very attractive to the play style I like to play. Green cards are cool. Building them out of your discard pile is even cooler.
It's cheating.
Even though it shouldn't be allowed, we should like stop doing that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
we should stop letting people play out of the discard pile constantly.
Mhm.
But since I can, playing green ones out of there is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Uh, that deck I think just has like 1,000 little moving pieces that you can tech to the player.
Yeah.
Um, I stole some tech from Nate DeVolt. Um, I have tech of my own. There's just like a lot of really cool stuff you can do. When I was in Jacksonville, some of their locals were like draft wanting a Tarian deck, and I
Mhm.
was like, hey, you should play Carnival Marker
Yeah.
because you can break your block with one of your attack cards, build it down. When you need to kill them, Carnival Barker it back to the top of your deck, Botan's coaching, draw it, and kill them.
Hell yeah.
Um, there's like so many moving pieces that it just fires a lot of neurons
Mhm.
and keeps me engaged in the game.
Yeah. It seems by that fact too. I imagine that's why Peak has probably grabbed your interest a bit, just because there's a lot of moving pieces and gameplay loop. Like me personally, and I think you're kind of like this too. You like touching a lot of cards and you like doing a lot of things on your turn because it keeps you engaged. Because like if you're just granted no, the smiling deck is really good, right? Like, but it's more along the lines of play this card, I fire this, I fire that, and I wait for you to respond to do something, and that's it's fine. The deck is very good, but it's just not. I can't say it's boring because it's not really boring either because winning is fun, and but it's just not. It doesn't have a lot of moving pieces, right? And that's like I think that's why Ymir. I like Ymir a lot because with recoup time and all that stuff, you get a lot of moving triggers and pieces, and I think that's one of the things I like about our game. And decks like Tarion is where I get to do this and this and this and this. But if you don't do as many, what do they call it, Brobergs per minute? Um,
Brobergs per minute,
Brobergs
yeah.
per minute. You're probably losing to me because I'm doing more. I'm doing more actions in my one space than you're doing actions in my space. So it's just
Yeah.
I think it's like a like not an equivalent exchange, but it's like it's addition and subtraction, right? If I do more, I should win this engagement more than if you do less in a way. So it's not always the case because resets are a one-time thing, and you do your things and I reset you. I don't have to do anything else, right? So it's just like it just depends on the
Yeah.
situation, but yeah. Um,
Anything that's hyper modal
mhm.
is really attractive to me,
Yeah,
and Terry is like one of the most modal decks they've ever printed.
yeah,
Um, the peak thing is a lot of that is power level.
yeah.
Um,
Okay, yeah,
I I am like a spike from a player archetype perspective.
yeah.
I show up to the event to win the event.
Yes, of course.
Obviously, it doesn't always happen. I've never
Yeah,
won like a regional, but
yeah,
I show up to the event to do well at the event.
yeah.
And so winning fires neurons. Peak is very, very good.
Yes.
Um, so part of it is that. Part of it is like helping the team develop a good peak deck.
Mhm.
Um, I own all the cards.
Yeah, yeah, that's what happens to you. Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think there has to be something like that with like the word modal, and that's a word you use a lot, and I think that's a good way to look at cards. Is that a lot of the times if a card doesn't, I like cards that do things on both turns, and not just my turn or your turn. I want to be able to touch my cards and use my cards at all times. So, all right.
Yeah, or use your cards in a multitude of ways, right?
Correct.
So
Yeah.
one of the things that I've said this to Justin. This is not a dig at
Mhm.
Justin Birch.
Yeah.
I think Justin is an exceptionally good linear player.
Yes. Yeah.
Smiling, Jiro, those are decks that take a singular strategy and progress that game plan forward
Mhm.
consistently. They have very repeatable gameplay loops. Um, Smiling has a ton of defense in its stage, so he's got some interaction pieces there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, his offensive game plan, like you said, is play my move, put stats on it. Your turn to do something.
Yep.
Uh, oh, you didn't have an answer, please take your 12.
Yeah.
Um, I will now build 3. I have 5 resets in my stage. You can't do it. We'll repeat this loop next
Yeah.
turn.
I win eventually.
And
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
versus the way I like to play the game is, hey, I've built 400 pieces of interaction.
Yeah.
I can push them whenever I need to.
Correct. I love that.
Um,
Yes. I love doing that as well. Yeah.
I think Justin is a better linear player than I am a modal player.
Sure.
Um, I think people like Kevin are really good modal players.
Mm.
Tim's a really good modal player. Corey, Travis, like those types of
Yeah.
players that I would like to play more with, test more with, like learn from. I think they do some of that stuff better than me, but
Are we just cooking up a Team MGLA X final round like same scrimmage? Or are we like doing like when the two teams practice with each other? Are we calling for that right now?
that is already been discussed.
Oh my God, are you serious? Yes, we got exclusivity on that one. There we go. Hell yeah.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily just with MGLA,
Yeah,
but the
but other
idea of a
teams.
team scrimmage
Yeah.
has been floated and it's been floated and dropped a couple of times,
Yeah.
and I think you'll see it probably come to fruition sometime this summer.
Hell yeah, I'm down. That's super. Is that because of the whole sweaty Saturday thing?
No,
No?
not necessarily.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Just something that myself and several of our other teammates have also
Yeah.
independently also had the idea
Yeah.
and kind of just said, hey, we should do something like this.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like someone, me or Tam or somebody has to put the pedal to the metal and actually make it happen.
Yeah.
Yep. And it just hasn't come to fruition,
Sure.
but I think it will.
It will. Okay. Hell yeah. All right. So as we close, number 10, where can people find you and any shout outs?
Most of the time, you can find me in your local Discord, JCA's 517 thing, potentially unhinged things, sometimes very reasonable things though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can also find me Mondays in about 5 minutes.
Hell yeah.
On twitch.tv/Final Round Game Shop for the Friends and Rivals podcast with Jacob and Josh. You can find me in Charleston all the time. Yeah.
Cool. Marvin and
Shout outs to the whole team. Like,
hell yeah. Thank you. Marvin in chat, because I'm not saying your name backwards, is number 11, Albuquerque. He already went over this. It depends on how bad he crashes out of work this week. And
I haven't crashed out yet.
Yeah.
It is only Monday.
Yep, it's
but
only Monday, man. Yeah, it could get worse.
It's like 99.99% a no,
Yeah.
but never say never.
Never say never, Justin Bieber. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. So, has he hit the button? You guys hit the button yet on the other side? Has he hit the button
Jacob
yet?
is probably working the shop, and so we probably won't be live for
Is there
like 10 minutes, maybe.
Tam don't stream on Mondays?
Tam has claimed he was going to stream
Yeah.
for 3 straight days, and I don't think it's happened yet.
Oh,
Oh yes, I will be at Jacksonville for the 2.5K in June.
Yeah, that's something else too, real quick, right? Like that's like a huge thing too, right? Like the Jacksonville community is putting out like a big money event, right? I guess we could talk about this real quick before we go. So
I can get you the event link if you want to link it in your chat.
Yeah, I can.
It's the Stark 2.5.
I know a lot of people have been promoting it on their sites and stuff. Tam streams when the stars align. I don't know. He streamed the other night. He streamed last night. I got to watch his box opening. That was pretty cool. Thank you. That's in chat, everyone. That's the event. If you're in the area in Jacksonville, go to it. It should be a good time.
It's going to be a pretty big event. There are 31 people signed up right now.
Oh, hell yeah. That's great.
Some of the people that are in the community are involved with the event.
Okay.
I don't know if they want me to say who they are, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But if you are one of the people involved in the event and are in chat and you don't care if people know, feel free to say something.
Yeah.
But it's June 21st, 2.5K main event. Day 2 is a 1K retro event.
That's wild.
Um, they have said if this event fills up at 64,
Hmm.
the next event is likely a 5K.
Where's all this?
Um,
Okay, I assume there are some nice benefactors behind the scenes to make the money happen because that doesn't seem like the money that the numbers do not compute. But yeah, man, that's super sick though. Like a 5K, like in this, ooh, that's crazy if it fills up. And like it's only 30 people with like a month to go. There's a chance they could hit like a cap, right? There's a good chance.
yeah, I hope so. I think it would be very, very hype for the community for it
Hmm.
to cap. First place is $1,000. Second is 500. Third and fourth is 250, and fifth 5 through 8 is 125.
That's still not. What's
So
entry? Like $30?
$30. Yeah,
That's not a bad return for a day's work. You know?
yeah. It's gonna be good. We have an Airbnb,
Hell yeah.
and I think like five of us are. Sorry, not five. I think eight of us are going.
Oh my gosh, that is
Um,
wild, and that's wild. Then
I, I I booked a 6 bed Airbnb.
yeah,
Two people are sharing a bed,
yeah.
and then one of our locals and his son were like, "We'll just crash on the couch if we can stay with you.
Oh, that's
We'll
awesome.
share the
Okay,
couch." Um,
that's great.
so
Yeah,
we initially had I think seven, and now we might have nine people in this Airbnb. Um,
wild. That sounds. Is it going to be streamed? It's going to be streamed, right? Because I know Tam's going, right?
I imagine Tam is going to stream it on like his
His yeah,
body
yeah,
cam or whatever.
his body cam footage, his police cam footage. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, we also have like a bunch of really good judges that are going to be there. Paul C
yeah,
is helping judge.
yeah.
I think that's public information. Sorry if it wasn't, then I leaked that. Um,
It is now. Oh, because Rebby
uh,
said he just booked his flight today. So yeah, so he's going. So cool.
yeah.
Oh, it is public information. Sketch said, so I think you're fine. So
Okay.
yeah,
Remy, are you not coming? I thought you were coming. You said Remy said he got his flight today.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe Rebby already had her flight. You know.
Flying separately. That's crazy work.
Oh, maybe she's going down early, going doing something, hanging out with someone else. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
she.
Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe she has to stay home with the cats because Tam stayed home with the cats this week. So
I
But
have to. It's going to be interesting.
mm-hmm.
I'm getting a dog in like 3 weeks, and that event is in 6 weeks.
Oh, so are you
And
bringing the dog with, or are you gonna, or is your roommate gonna be able to watch it?
my roommate's going to watch him.
Yeah.
Our Airbnb is like 30 minutes from the venue,
Okay.
and the venue rightfully said, "Don't bring your dog to our fucking event."
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's very, very valid.
But everyone
I
loves
said,
puppies, though.
I asked as like a 90% joke,
Yeah.
and like 10%. If you say yes, I'm gonna fucking do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
don't feel obligated to say yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, my roommate's gonna watch him. Louisville, I will have my dog with
Louisville.
us.
I'm
So
so excited for that because we're rooming together and I get to cuddle with the puppy. I'm super excited.
yeah,
I'm super excited. Awesome.
yeah, they're gonna be. That's in July. So they're gonna be like 14, maybe 15 weeks old at that point.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Man,
Gonna be a
Yeah.
puppy.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. All right. Well,
Okay.
I'll let you get going
Yeah,
to.
Josh and Dave are waiting on me,
Yeah,
so I
it's
gotta
good.
jump over.
Yeah, jump
We'll
on
probably
over.
be live in
All right.
five,
Yep.
5 minutes.
We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah,
See
thanks
ya.
everybody.
Yeah.